So yeah, so it was like cuz I was ready to go over there and go fight him because I'm like, how dare you put your hands on her, like, especially cuz she doesn't know how to fight too, like can't rest her soul, but why would you put your hands on her and you could get her to do whatever you want? I was saying, like, I know she got a mouth on her, but she's not gonna do nothing, so there was no reason to put your hands on her. So I guess her mom ended up talking to the dude and whatever. So, because of course, not even her brother would go over there and defend her because he's not that type of dude, anyways. Um, so, and around this time, yeah, I didn't have a car. The transmission on the Honda Civic completely went out. So throughout my pregnancy, I had to walk everywhere. And at this time, my daughter was starting to go to Head Start, so I had to take the bus, drop her off at Head Start, and then go to my job. So, mind you, I would drop my daughter off by 8 o'clock, and from there I had to take two buses. So by the time I got to the job, it was like 10, 11 o'clock. My shift wouldn't start until 3, so I would sit at the job all day. I remember a couple of times it was raining. I had to walk in the rain. Had to I had to get one of the, because we had our own, because we used the ones that had to stay overnight or something. We used to have our own little stuff we would keep there just so we can take our shower, we could brush our teeth and everything like that. So I remember I had my stash when I used to keep the kids overnight at the place. So I found old clothes I had in there. So because I had to walk in the rain or whatever, when it would rain, I would put my clothes in the washer, wash my clothes, then push my clothes in the dryer so they could dry, and I would just sit there in my panties and bra until because nobody came to the group home. Everybody was um all the residents was already at the day program, so they had no reason to be at the group home. So yeah, I would stay there from 11 all the way until 3 o'clock until my shift, until I had to um start my shift. So my daughter's pregnancy wasn't really joyous. So when I'm about to give birth, I think I text my managers that, hey, I'm at the hospital. I'm about to give birth to my babies. I mean my baby. And of course they were shocked, like, when were you pregnant? And I mean, back then too, like I said, I was big, so you would never really, it would just look like I was just fat, like I was just extra fat when I was pregnant. So they were shocked. So when I when it's that night that he's there, so when I go to the bathroom, I see there's blood, and I call the ambulance, and then I call my best friend and say, hey, it looks like the baby's coming today. Make sure, can you come by the house and get the kids and him, because he's here, and my kids are here. She's like, oh my God, you're gonna have the baby, all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah. So I tap him, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to the hospital. Ambulance is here. I'm about to go have the baby. So he's half asleep, so he's not really registering what I'm saying to him until I'm almost out the door. And then he was like, wait, he ran out the room because he turned around and went right back to sleep. But then I guess it registered whoa, wait, when you going that, wait, what's going on, how much, just going all over the place. So I'm like, yeah, my best friend is coming. I took out clothes for the kids to put on, all that other stuff. So get to the hospital. They're prepping me. My best friend gets there with the kids, and no, she ended up leaving the kids with Joe, and um, he was with her. I think he had a friend too that was. I don't know why. But yeah. So same thing happens with my this one too. So I'm at 4 centimeters. The pain is off. Like I'm not taking the epidural, but my blood pressure is skyrocketing right now. Like I'm still in pain, but I'm refusing to take the epidural due to the fact like it did not work the last time, and I knew it was not gonna work. And the nurse was like, "Well, we need to get your blood pressure down, but we can't give you the magnesium because we can't give you while you're pregnant. So we know it's because you're having contraction and that your blood pressure." I was like, "No, I don't want to take it. Nope, I'm not taking it. There's no point. I'm not the pain of getting the epidural. I don't like." Me and the nurse, the doctor going back and forth, and they're trying to bring my blood pressure down, and they was like, "Ludi, like you need to let's do the epidural because it may work this time because your blood pressure is getting too high. It's getting too high." He goes, he like starts rubbing my back, and then he whispers, he's like, "Baby, like stop arguing with them." He's like, they're trying to help you. You're being stubborn right now. Like, let's just take the epidural. Just do it. Just so we can so your blood pressure, they don't want nothing happen to you. So he's like calmly to me and letting me know like, okay, like I love you. I don't want nothing to happen to you or the baby. Like you need to calm down. Like just do what they say, and they know what's best for you. So I was like, okay, whatever. Got the epidural. Same scenario. It didn't work. Well, I'm not gonna lie. It calmed it down a little bit, but I still felt the contraction, but it wasn't as tense because right when the because they checked me and I was still at 4 centimeters, and then the nurse and I'm like I'm not gonna stay at 4 centimeters. I'm not gonna stay at 4 centimeters for long. So she went to another room. The nurse went out of the door and plop. He said, I spit his baby out, like whatever. So same thing happens. Went to 4 centimeters. They left the room. Baby's out on the table. so, so of course, I posted on Facebook that I had a baby. I showed his picture. Oh, I never seen. I didn't think a lot of people watching me like that, but they did. They did. Of course, everybody was surprised. Because not even my family knew I was pregnant. They found out just like with everybody else, and it was because it was gonna be like, okay, you just met this guy, but now it's almost a year we've been together. What you gonna say now? What anybody gonna say now that even if I did pop out this baby, I've been with him since January. Well, I've been with him longer than that, but